Hey everyone, it's Mr. Miura. I'm here to teach you how to use Newsela. Some people might call it Newsela. Whatever you call it, make sure you're using it to your reading advantage. So there's two ways you can do this. One way would be to log into your classroom and click on classwork, and under independent reading, you're going to see your Newsela assignment for the week, and you would click on the Newsela sign in tab. Another way to do it would be to go to Google, type in newsela.com, and it'll bring you to the same exact, it's going to bring you to a login page where the only difference is that you would have to click sign in on the top right-hand corner. So either way, you want to get to this page. So you're going to be tempted to type in your username and password here. They decided to make it even easier for you. All you have to do is click on the Google button, and it's going to give you a list of options for which email you want to put in. You want to put your SGL email, and I'm going to use Josh's. Hey, Josh. So you can see an example of a student account. So this is what it looks like when you log into Newsela, tomato, tomato. You're going to see your articles that you've been assigned. So far, most of you only have one. And you're going to click on it. And then you're going to read the directions. So it says, hello, 8th graders. For this week's independent reading assignment, you are going to read the assigned article, The Barrier-Breaking Power of Learning Someone Else's Story, which is very appropriately aligned to what we're doing in ELA. You may select the appropriate text level based on your independent reading level, which I'm going to show you in a second. You must complete all of the activities. So there's going to be power words, write, and a quiz in order to get full credit. Please contact us if you need additional support. So then the next thing you want to do is click on the cool picture they have. Oh, guys, it's Teacher Appreciation Week. Look at that. Say thank you. The Barrier-Breaking Power of Learning Someone Else's Story is the name of the article for this week. As you read through, if you notice that the article is really, really complicated and it's like blowing your mind, then the cool feature about Newsela is that you can actually change the reading level to align with your Lexile level. And one way you can figure this out is by going into Lexia or texting us and asking us what your reading level is if you're unsure. But basically, you want to pick a reading level that suits you as a reader, and it's going to adapt the language in the article and the content to something that is better aligned to your abilities as a reader. So you're going to notice some of the words in the article are underlined in green. Those are called power words. They actually have definitions because they kind of anticipated which words might be a little bit more complex. And then they're going to give you a chance at the end to practice using these power words. So at the bottom, you're going to notice there's two buttons after you read the article: Take Quiz and Practice Power Words. So if you click on Take Quiz, it's going to give you a certain amount of questions based on the article to answer, and you get a point for each question you get correct. So your job is to earn as many points as you can. And then your job is to practice power words, and there's going to be a certain amount of those. And it basically asks you questions. Which word goes with removed, for instance? And then it gives you two words that would most likely align with that word. So residents or unpacked. And say I don't know what residents or unpacked means, I can go back into the article and find the word and figure out what it means based on the power word definition. And unpacked was up here. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is you want to go into where it says activities and where it says write, and you want to answer the question in a short response format. So today's question is, why is listening to an individual story so powerful? How can listening to another person's story influence your understanding of their identity? Use evidence from the article to support your answers. So you want to come up with a clear inference, like a regular short response, and then you want to go back into the article and copy and paste or paraphrase your evidence that goes along with it. Then you can hit submit response. If you notice, as I highlighted, you can also make annotations as you go. You can highlight in a certain color. You can also write something. So if you're one of those people who likes to kind of take notes as you read, that's a really good skill to use while you're doing this to learn even more. So when you're done, you want to go back into your classwork assignment And you want to mark as done when you are finished with the task so that we know to go in and check your work. This is an option to be done it's an alternative to a reading log. So if you're one of the people who have been struggling with a reading log, you can use this instead. If you really like the reading log, you can stick with it. We just wanted to give you guys some options for how to best develop your reading skills during this online learning experience. So if you have any other questions, reach out to us. That's why we're here. We'd love to help you, and we can't wait to see you continue growing as readers. Take care.